The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
And I really am not sure what they were thinking with that pineapple. Of all the fruit that they could have used the apple, used the pear. I'd have even accepted
Personally,
the
I would have
kiwi.
went with kiwi.
Right. Hey, at least the kiwi fits more like properly. A freaking pineapple? That's just gonna
That's
that's
bold.
that's just gonna leave you in the hospital.
Hey, that's their decision.
Either
I'm playing
way,
with kids.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Drunk Texting Podcast. The podcast where we have some drink, talk some mess, and help you get through your thirsty Thursdays as only we know how possible to do. Um, you know, I don't have a lot to say, and I really don't have a lot that I can, give for you guys for our intro, because to be honest, our intros are always improvised, much like 95% of our show. But with that being
Yeah,
said, I am one half of your co-hosting team, JB. I have new earphones, and I really love them. Uh,
I
little
noticed that.
little backstory about the cat ear headphones is the fact that I actually had a second pair. I had a pair that I bought that I was going to use for streaming. But the problem was in moving, because I bought these back some years ago before my wife and I moved into our house. And I had an issue uh, in the moving process, and I lost the piece. So I ended up not using those. I had my blue and black ones. Then I happened to go back to Five Below. They were still selling these, and I bought them. That simple as that.
Hey,
But
go off.
with that, I am also always joined by my co-hostess with the ma-ostess. Please tell the people who you are and what your adjective is for the day.
I am the.
Unprepared.
I'm exhausted. I am the exhausted Crystal Shan because that is what life is this week.
You know what? That's fair. We're recording this on a Tuesday, and it has been the longest week of the year so far.
Okay, I thought it was just me. This week is so long and it's so tiring already.
Bro, I feel you. Trust me when I say this
It's
this
only Tuesday.
this shit is stupid.
Oh,
But we gonna get through it. We gonna get through it. This might not be the longest episode, but it's gonna be a fun one. How was your week/weekend?
Um, Weekend was good. Went to a gender reveal.
Ooh, is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Oh, we love that, bro.
So
I
I'm getting a niece.
Oh, that's so great. Well, we love that. I
Yes,
just got
yes.
I just got my first like by blood niece a couple months ago.
This will be my
So
first niece too.
it's so great.
I have nothing but nephews, so this is the first.
Look, I told her a couple days after she was born. Well, was it the same day? A couple days after, like the day after, maybe. Right after she was born, I went to visit her mom, and her dad in the hospital. And I literally I didn't hold her because her dad was holding her when I visited, and I was like, "You are so precious. I want you to know a lot of people gonna get their ass beat behind you, dog. I'm just letting you know that right now. A lot of people gonna get beat up behind you, whether it be by your dad, your brothers, or me."
See, my niece, she gonna have nothing but she gonna have hella aunties and hella older male cousins.
Yup.
So
Listen,
she's
my
not gonna be the one.
oldest nephew, he already be scrapping with folks for his little brother. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like when his little sister start going to school and she come home talking about something. They were picking on me. Who was picking on you? Hold on. What's up? Who
Oh,
who who was picking? Pow pow pow. Mess around and start fighting the kindergartners at the fucking playground.
let's not fight
A
kindergartners.
whole middle schooler out here fighting kindergartners, dog.
It probes the age-old question: how many kindergartners could you take down in 5 minutes? It's just a knockdown brawl.
Bro, the crazy part is, I always thought that a majority of them you wouldn't even have to fight. 5-year-olds are so uncoordinated and so unserious that half of them you probably wouldn't even have to fight. You would literally just have to like knock one of them over hard enough, bump them into somebody else, and it just causes a wave. It just
It's a domino effect of
oh,
all the kids.
exactly. I say that as somebody who remembers being an uncoordinated 5-year-old. I fell off the slide one time. Oh God, I remember that.
Oh, why? You just gotta go down.
Bro, and that's the crazy
One
part.
direction.
I literally, that's what makes it so much worse. Is literally the fact that I was standing at the top, about to go down. All of a sudden, I just fall backwards. I don't know what happened. I was like, ah! Like,
You heard one job and you failed. That's the one job
bro,
and you didn't do it right.
bro, it was terrible. It was absolutely horrendous.
That's that's a crying shame actually.
It's hilarious, is what it is.
Be ashamed.
I wanted to bring this up. I just thought I just remembered to that I said I was going to bring this up. Did you see? And I don't know how true it is. I've only seen a couple videos about it on TikTok. But the fact that there are multiple videos about it makes me believe there is some seriousness into it. Disney, specifically the Disney parks in America, and I don't know if it's going to be the Florida one or the California one, both. I don't know. But apparently, they are working into the process of creating what is known as Love Nest. Now, what that Love Nest is a place where people can go and make love inside the Disney park. The room itself has a clear shot, a clear view of Cinderella's castle, and the window that you have to see it is a two-way mirror. So if you're inside, you can see the castle, but if you're outside, you can't see what's going on inside. It's $200 an hour, and it's up to 6 people can go in there at one time. Anybody above 6 is an extra $50 per person.
What?
So imagine you got 8 people. It's gonna be $300 for like $300 per hour.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes. And I was like, dog, do you know how many people who have that on their bucket list to have a freaking orgy at Disney World? Like, you know how many people you're gonna help cross a thing off of their bucket list because now they can legally do it.
Uh,
You're
I'm trying
looking
to
it
look
up.
it up.
You're looking it up.
There's no like Disney itself has not announced this.
But it's because it's one of those
Like,
insider things.
huh?
It's because it's one of those like I the first time I saw it was on one of those like insider pages. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Someone just has to go to Magic Kingdom and find out.
Ma'am. Let's see. Uh,
That's so not a good idea.
I think it is a great idea.
I don't think it's a good idea. Uh, because freaking Disney is a family establishment. You can't have that at a family establishment.
Yes, you can because it's all about making magic and making family. There you go. See?
No, because what if you got some exhibitionists show up and they leave the door open? Now
No,
you're exposing children.
no, because it's in a closed off area that unless you're specifically going there for that, you would never know.
But still, that's weird.
Is it though?
It is. That's very
I
weird.
I don't think. Do you know how many
That's
people? Do you know how many children were probably? You know what? No, because you know what? People been having sex in the movie theaters for ages with children and all kinds of things all the time since they've been having movies, and ain't nobody calling out the but this is a family establishment. Now all of
it
a
is a
sudden, because Disney want to get in on the money, now it's a problem. What's
yes.
that? What's that one song? It's cool when they do it. It's the problem when I do it. Fuck them.
Yes,
That's
it's
that's
a hu-
that's Disney.
it's a huge problem.
It's not a problem because
It-
I'm sure they'll also have Disney employees that will block off like will stand at the edge of the area so that way people won't accidentally be like la di da di da di da. Oh my gosh, it's a penis. Like
Even then, what's gonna stop the people from walking out with their penis out?
because there's gonna be Disney employees that'll be watching.
How do we know that?
Because they're why do you really think now let's break this down. Do you really think a multi-billion-dollar company would allow itself to fall privy to something as simple as not paying attention to somebody walking out of one of their love nests with their bits out? Dog, come on.
I'm gonna,
You know they're going to hire people specifically to guard those rooms and to make sure that one, nobody goes in there at that they shouldn't, and then two, people don't come out all exposed.
I'm still gonna say they're not gonna do it, and my reasoning is Disney is kind of notorious for even killing proposals.
Mm,
Disney will kill a proposal if you're in an unauthorized area. You really think they're gonna let people have sex at the park?
in an
No,
authorized area,
they're not.
you
Disney
literally
would never.
you literally just made the argument for me. It's in an authorized area. It's not like it's all unauthorized. It's in a authorized area, place
Disney.
specifically for that. Do you know how many? First off, do you know how many people will ever actually be like, "Oh yeah, you were conceived at Disney World." What? Yeah, we paid to be able to go there and do that so we can have you. Like, do you know how many people are gonna do that? Specifically so they can say that they conceived a child at Disney? Do you know how
A
many
lot of
children were probably already conceived on Disney park grounds?
entirely too many, honestly.
Exactly. Now they can do it without the fear of getting banned from the parks.
Mm,
Nothing.
still get banned from the parks.
Listen, all I'm saying is if I had the option and I had the money, I would heavily consider it. I don't know if
I mean, it's $200 for
exactly.
an hour,
Exactly.
but are you willing to pay $200
To be able to
just
say that I did that on Disney
just for a
Park.
little coochie coo,
Yeah, you know what?
a little kitty?
To be able to say that I looked out to Cinderella's castle. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna finish that statement. I'm not gonna finish that statement.
That's not a statement.
That's not a statement I want to have posted on the internet forever and ever and always. That's not
That
one.
point, you have to name your child something Disney.
Oh, of course. Name her Tiana. Boom.
Sure.
Name her Tiana. It's just like, why am I named Tiana? Because you were conceived at Disney World. And even though we were overlooking Cinderella Parks, we had the Princess and the Frog soundtrack playing in the background.
You think they would have music in the Love Nest?
They probably would.
Just playing Disney music.
Oh, of course, but it's only the
You got a
romance
friend in
songs.
me.
It's only the romance songs. It's all the
No,
romance
it's
songs.
just you got a friend in me on repeat.
Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible.
Easily give me Trash in the Camp
No.
from Tarzan.
No.
Yes, that's not bad. Exactly. That.
I, you know what?
I'm gonna go in there just to cause chaos and beat to the music. Like,
That's crazy.
you gotta clap cheeks to the camp.
No. You gotta
Yeah.
play. Can you feel the love tonight?
Play nothing but Hawaiian roller coaster ride from Lilo and Stitch.
That's crazy.
Play
I
well,
tell
Circle of
this
Life could be
song.
fitting.
Huh?
Circle of Life could be fitting.
It could be.
But then
If she were a really
wait,
ugly dude, they could play Beauty and the Beast. I tell this all the time.
be my guest if you have, that six amount of people.
That's crazy. You know what? You're not wrong though. But you know something, and I'm gonna say this, and I know you'll agree. You know somebody that I know for a fact If given the opportunity, they would.
What?
Friend of the podcast, Rob.
I
uh,
can't say you're wrong. I
we
can't.
we have not gotten a story from him in a minute, and I'm not sad about it, but
What
at the same
he's
time, I'm
up
just like,
to? I'm sure he's been doing something
oh, I'm sure.
rambunctious.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm positive he's been up to something crazy. 100%. I'm positive he is. Man. Um, Personally, like I said, I don't think it's a bad idea. If Disney decides to go on with it, I think it would be. I think it'd be a good way to get some money.
Like, how are they gonna test that? Like, oh, is it really soundproof? Is it really two-way mirror?
I mean, again, multi-billion-dollar company. I'm sure they can figure it out. Plus, if you don't know, any building you go into inside of the Disney park, they are blasting music so loud you can barely hear yourself think. And I can say that with certainty because the last time we went to Disney, anytime we went into a gift shop or any like building, music was loud. Don't be standing by a speaker
I've
because you're
never
not
been to
hearing
Disney, so
nothing.
I don't. I can't deny your claim. I can't agree or deny with your claim because I've never been to Disney. So
Dang, we're gonna have to change that. Hey, you know what?
I know.
2027. 2027. We're gonna do a double trip. Actually, no,
You
actually,
can
we
talk
probably
about it.
we probably can actually. But I will also say I got a homie that's been trying to get me and the wifey to go with him and his wifey on like a cruise or to Disney, and I feel bad because they've been trying to get us to do that for a couple years now, and it's just the timing has never worked out because they do shit, and I'll admit it's not that we don't want to. We really do want to. But like half the time they be inviting us like a month or two out and we're just like, dog, you gotta give us
It's not.
way more time. Cause I wanna say the most recent one was like what was that, October, November, somewhere in there.
Mhm.
He had come by the city and we stayed out and talked. And he was like, "Yeah, we're trying to go on a cruise for New Year's. You know, we invite you guys if you guys want to come." And we're like, "Look," and I literally was like, "Look, I'd love to, but at the same time, it's like we don't have enough time to like. You got to give us time to prep because we got to take time off work. We got to like
Right.
prepare like travel arrangements to go to like um hotels and stuff. We got to arrange flights because we are not driving. We are not. We are not driving. I refuse. Look. We drove to Orlando one time. Well, twice technically. Bless you. We like twice technically because we did that turnaround trip. I know you remember that. And
Yeah.
then Gabby and I did. We went to Orlando by ourselves. We went because we went to Disney, and I'm not driving. I refuse. Like I will fly from now on. I don't care. It's like what a 6 hour drive from where we're at. I cannot do it.
I'll fly or I'll take the little bus.
Greyhound.
Not Greyhound. It's some other type of bus that you can take.
I thought
It just
you.
looked different. Like put me on the bus with the charges.
I don't trust the bus either.
Put me on the bus.
I don't trust the bus either.
I'll take the bus.
I don't.
Might take me 10 hours, but I'll take the bus.
Nope. No. Oh God, no. I'd rather
Listen,
fight.
it's $80. I'll take the
I'd
bus.
rather fight through a wave of TSA. I do it. I don't care.
You need a bus.
I will not take the bus. You know what? The bus is lower than driving for me. I would sooner drive than take the bus. Mm-hmm.
Daddy,
You know how
not
many
happening.
weirdos and randoms that you can be on the bus with? And I know you can say the same thing about air flight. But depending on what airline you go to, you're not going to be getting all kinds of crazies and randoms. At worst, you might just have to deal with a crying baby.
I can take a bus from here to Orlando for
And
$75.
then you can get a random bum licking your scalp while you try to take a nap.
Shit, I can round trip the motherfucker for $75.
And then you'll have a random bum licking your scalp both there and back because you wanted to try to take a nap.
Yep, it's $75. So, and
You
it
willing
travels overnight.
so you're willing to allow yourself to get licked in the scalp by a bum because you want to just only have to pay $75. Mm,
I'm
mm.
just saying, man.
You have messed up priorities. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm.
That messed
Oh,
up.
even better. I can do that shit for $61.
Even worse. That's terrible. The cheaper it is, the worse the drive is gonna be. I already know it. Mm-mm-mm.
As long as I get there, I don't give a damn.
Mm,
As long as I get there, I don't give a damn.
that's
Well,
crazy.
even better. $53.
Yeah, you're making it worse. You're not selling me on this. You're
What do you
not.
mean? I'm selling nothing but the best dream.
You're not selling me on this at all. At
I think
all.
I am. I think you just don't want to hear the
No, that's
beauty of what I'm going to tell you.
beauty. That's crazy. It's terrible, is what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me and your fiance will not be taking no bus to go to where we're going for the bachelor party. I still have no idea where we're gonna go. I'm gonna be honest.
It's okay. I haven't even told my maid I want her like to get on that.
Uh,
That's why I bet
listen,
she got so much. She got so much fucking time. Just don't even worry about that shit.
listen. Y'all set a date. I'll start planning. That's how that's gonna work.
And we will let it be known when that time comes.
Cool. But like I said, y'all
It's
set a date.
gonna be a minute.
Oh, that's fine. That gives me more time to save money, get myself together, get my plan straight, find a strip club that is not known for having shootouts every other day, um,
Yeah.
and also one that doesn't have a crazy like.
No, he's not gonna make sure they have wings. Whisper, make sure they got wings. No. The
No,
fuck?
we're not going to a strip club for wings, dog.
Absolutely the fuck not.
We
No,
can
what
get
everybody
wings.
say.
Listen, we can get wings after the fact, but we are not going to
A
a strip club so
stripper
you can get
named
wings.
Wings is crazy.
Stop it. Stop it.
Stripper named Wings.
Now I'm mad because I actually can imagine there's probably a stripper out there named like Buffalo Wings or something like that.
But it's a Y instead of an I in Wings.
I hate it. Ooh, I hate it. Ooh, I hate it. Studio audience, I hate it because you put that mental image in my head. I hate it so badly.
That's so terrible.
And now I'm gonna make sure that whatever strip club we go to don't even have a bar. It's
Good.
just gonna be just for the strips. And that's it.
Chicken strips? Oh yeah.
No, nigga.
I'm gonna thump you in the middle of your forehead the next time I see you.
As you should.
I'm gonna
As
thump
you
you
should.
dead in the middle. I'm trying to have a great time and go see some strippers, and you out here
You
worried about food. Listen, the big back activities can wait for like 4 hours while we go and enjoy some strippers, doggone it.
right. You can get the wings afterwards
That's
when
the
you're have
plan.
leaning out the
That's
fucking car.
that's literally the plan anyway. I was gonna have us go to the strip club at like 10 o'clock because that's when it really starts to get bumping. Stay there until they close out at like 2, and then go find like a no-name chicken or something, whatever wing place is open still, because it'll be a big city. There's gonna be wing places open
Go
till
find a random Raisin Canes or something.
exactly.
I need to go try the Raisin Canes actually.
I've never had it. I've heard from people who've been in Valdosta and then have tried Raising Cane. It's comparable to Zacadoo's.
I'm about to say one just opened up near us. So whenever
Really?
you're up, whenever you come and visit us, we'll all go over there.
Bet.
It's
That's a
on
bet.
the same exit as K-pop.
Really?
Same exit.
So, friend, you might be upset with me. We're gonna be traveling through that area this weekend, so we might just stop.
Just y'all are in luck because we are off this weekend with no plans.
So, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. If it weren't for the fact that father-in-law is the one that invited us out, I'd be like, "Come on, let's go." But it was father-in-law. He was like, "What y'all doing this weekend?"
Listen, that's why it's a weekend.
Yeah,
2 days to do nothing.
that is true.
We're right here at the crib.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can
How
do.
about we'll sip some wine or some shit?
What?
I'll cook some dinner. I'm not gonna cook now. I lied. I'm not cooking shit.
Uh, that's crazy. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Ooh, got a hungry station.
Mm-mm-mm.
Listen, it's just like revolving sushi,
Ooh,
hot pot.
that
It's
sounds
really good.
great. That sounds great. But we'll talk more
That's
about that.
right there about K-pop too.
Yeah,
It's in the same exact plaza.
that's actually really awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
but we'll talk about all of that later. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
before we get into our first real section of the episode, we just want to say always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, sometimes drink and text. With that being said, I am drinking what I will forever affectionately be calling it a caramel apple whiskey. And what that, and actually, yeah, Crown Royal is a whiskey. Never mind. I'm exhausted. I don't really have all of my mind here. And I know there are going to be some people that are going to say, when do you ever have all your mind there? To that I say, shut up.
Mind your business.
But it's a mixture of Crown Royal salted caramel and apple juice. That's why it tastes like a salted caramel apple, and it's great.
Hmm. Interesting.
I should have put a
Very
little bit more
interesting.
apple juice in here because I'm getting a whole lot of salted caramel, only a little bit of apple juice. It kind of reminds me of my early post graduation of high school, pre being legally able to drink, and I only say this now because I am a legally able to drink adult, and I say this also as a warning: do not do what we did in our adolescence. But when I was younger, I used to drink Crown Apple and Mountain Dew, and it kind of reminds me of that. Sometimes I would do Crown Apple and apple juice, and I'm kind of getting the same kind of taste.
Pineapple and Mountain Dew sounds like a terrible combination.
You know, it's actually not. It's a little bit.
Mm.
It's a little bit sweeter than you would want for your like alcohol mixtures. I will say that. Like for a whiskey drink, it's a little bit sweeter than you would want it to be. But as a whole, like it is a relatively smooth drink, especially if it's iced. If it's like chilled whiskey,
Mm.
and then you pour the Mountain Dew over it. Oh, it's pretty good.
Mm.
But all of that long preambling, what are you drinking on today?
I'm keeping it simple tonight. I just have me a nice Stella Rose blueberry wine.
Hmm. I don't think we have Stella Rose Blueberry down here. I'm gonna have to find it.
It's so simple. It's like the most basic flavor, but it's quite delectable.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But with that, we're going to move on into our actual first section that's not just us shooting the breeze, which is entitled Our Would You Rather of the Week. I like this Would You Rather because this one hinges a lot on our like time travel Would You Rathers that we've done before.
Mm.
The Would You Rather is: would you rather have the ability to perfectly predict your own future but be unable to change it once you've predicted it, or be able to change the future at will but never know how your choices will turn out? So, basically, you can perfectly predict your future. Like, oh, I'm going to win $100 million, and you perfectly predict that you're going to do that one day, but once you've done that, you cannot change it. That's going to happen, but then you don't know what's going to happen. Like something crazy could happen the moment you find out that you won the lottery. Like you can have a heart attack and die. Or
Mm.
you know your future and you can like change things about your future at will, but you don't know how those changes will play out once they happen. Like you don't know what that butterfly effect or that domino effect will do if you say like, "Oh, well, I in my future right now, I'm not gonna own my own home until I'm 50. Well, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna own my own home at 30." But then it's like you don't know, you might be the reason that a family got evicted and then you bought their house and now they're homeless. And now
Well,
and now a
amen.
father ends up going to jail because he tried to rob a convenience store and he ended up shooting the clerk. Like And I know that's really dark, and like that was a crazy
Right. It
spiral.
sounds bad, but that's not my problem.
That's crazy. That is
No
crazy.
one told you to rob. No one told you rob someone a place to get money. Why'd you get evicted in the first place? Yeah, think about that.
You know,
No one told you got evicted.
that's just terrible all the way around. That's just terrible. Uh, I honestly, I honestly think I would go with the first one, just because to be able to perfectly predict my own future means that I have the ability to, down to the most minute detail, be able to shape how I want said future to be. And on top of it, it doesn't say how far into the future it has to be. I could be like, oh, within the next 24 hours, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to this place. I'm going to do this at this time. I'm going to do that at that time. And then this is going to happen because I did that. And then it's going to happen. And then, of course, I'm not going to be able to change it. But, and of course, you know, there's always that monkey paw thing like, oh, well, because I did this at this time, this ended up happening. And then that person got hurt. And then that person ceased to exist. And this person ended up dying when they were actually supposed to live another 15 years. Like, there's always that whole, like, butterfly effect of things. But to be able to perfectly predict my own future, oh, yeah, absolutely, 100%. Because screw you, I have lofty dreams for my future and I want them to happen the way I want them to happen. If that makes me selfish, then, you know, I'm not the first. What about you?
Probably I was gonna go with being able to predict the future,
Hey,
just because it'll probably cut down on some anxiety.
you know what?
It cut down anxiety.
You know what? That's fair.
I
That's
ain't
fair.
gotta, I ain't gotta have anxiety about what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. And
That's
that's where anxiety comes from.
that is true.
Not
The fear of the unknown. That is 100%
exact.
true.
And that's gonna go away. All my anxiety is gonna go away, and I'm gonna become a menace.
You know what? I can't even front. That's a good one.
Because like they say, once I get this anxiety, it's over for you hoes.
It is. It is in fact. Studio audience, what about you?
Predict. It's better to know what's going to happen so you can plan.
Mm.
I like
Listen,
planning.
Scar was
Mm.
right when he said, "Be prepared." Scar was right when he said he may have been a villain, but he was at least right when he said, "Be prepared."
Listen, some of these villains nowadays, they ain't really villains.
All these villains, dog.
Cause some of them be valid.
Do they though? I don't think they do be valid.
Villain be, why can't the villain not be valid?
That's kind of their whole thing. They're villains. They just want to take over the world. But some of the villains are like, you know what? You kind of got a point there, my guy. I can't hate you completely.
I'm gonna be honest. That's one of the reasons I've started falling away from like Marvel, is because like they made villains be sympathetic and like, oh, well, you have a point. No, I don't want to agree with the villain. Make them evil just to be evil. That's why I love comic book Thanos. Because comic book Thanos, he didn't try to take over half of uh he didn't try to destroy half the universe so that way he could bring balance. No, he did it because he had a thing for Lady Death. And he was jealous because Lady Death wanted Deadpool. And
That's fair.
so he was like, I'm gonna take these stones, I'm gonna destroy half the universe so that way Lady Death will love me.
Yeah,
Thanos in the comic book, I'm gonna keep going because Thanos in the comic books, he literally tortured a dude every single year from the year he was born. He would make his birthday a nightmare. He would quiet, bro. There was he literally gave him. He was like, "Yeah, I just like messing with you. It's fun."
that's
Like,
fair.
like one year he literally destroyed all of his family and friends, and then was just like, "Ha! You thought I'd forget? Happy birthday!" Like
You won't.
one year he literally waited until like 11:58, and then like destroyed everything but his house and his yard, and then just left him floating and was like, "Ha, I didn't forget, buddy. Happy birthday."
That's
Like,
funny.
then in another comic, Thanos quite literally helped an old woman cross the street so that way a woman who was riding the bus that was stopped because of Thanos helping the woman cross the street, she never went on to create the perfect society. Because the woman on the bus was literally supposed to go through, like, she was supposed to meet like her love, the love of her life. It was supposed to propel her through her studies, and she was gonna make like the most beautiful and perfect society. And then Thanos, as the woman was dying, literally like 70 years later, as she is dying, Thanos comes to her with the reality stone and shows her what her life would have been had Thanos not stopped her bus that day.
That's crazy.
Bro, Thanos in the comics is wonderful.
Fun.
That's the Thanos I wish we would
Villainy.
have gotten in the MCU.
That's straight villainy.
Exactly. I like villains that's all they want. Is they just want to be
They want to
menaces
watch the
to
world.
society. That's why I mess with Mojo Jojo so bad. He granted we did end up finding out he didn't have like a tragic backstory. But like
Right.
for the majority of the show, he was just a villain just to be a villain. He was like, bro, I just want to mess with the Powerpuff Girls. I think it's fun. Like,
Question:
no.
what are your thoughts on the saying some heroes make better villains, or sometimes the hero makes a better villain?
Oh,
For
100%.
example, the
For example, who? Sorry.
Thinker,
Who?
alternate version of Reed Richards, the
Oh,
Thinker.
oh. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Him, the superior Iron Man? Bro, the superior Iron Man was a menace. Oh my god. I can't remember the exacts of the story, but I remember the superior Iron Man, like created some kind of virus that, like,
Mhm.
essentially it would kill all the people on Earth unless they paid so much per day. Like they had to pay a subscription service to continue to live, or the virus would kill them.
Damn.
Like the superior Iron Man was a fucking dick, and I loved him because he didn't even do it. He did it just to be spiteful because he was that guy. He was like I'm
Because
gonna
why
be honest.
not?
A lot of Marvel's heroes would make great villains if they were given the right like setup to be a villain. You know,
Yeah.
like don't get me wrong, they have great villains, but like a lot of their heroes, like think about it, Captain America would be a phenomenal villain. Like the run that they did where Captain America gets like captured and hypnotized by Hydra and he becomes a
Mhm.
Hydra agent, like dog. That was brutal and I loved it.
They have so Marvel's doing a run right now. Uh, what is it called? It's it's so the alternate universe was destroyed, and it was replaced by a different one, or it's being reshaped. Another reality is being reshaped by the Thinker, and one of the characters that was reshaped was the Hulk.
Oh
He's a villain in the story. He has the power of the Iron Fist, I believe, as well.
yeah. Yes, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Bro, Iron Fist Hulk is a disgusting thing to think about. Like the only thing I could think would be worse would be Cosmic Ghost Rider Hulk. Like if the Hulk was the Cosmic Ghost Rider too, dog, dog. I also really wish we would have gotten World War Hulk. Like we could have gotten it. It would have been so awesome. Bro, the Hulk, the villain that ends up ripping through everybody, and it was all because the Avengers blew up the planet he was inhabiting and had a wife and child on? Dog. I would love to see the Hulk just dog walking the Avengers. Oh, oh, I wanted, I wanted the version of Hulk that Thanos was like, "Hey, I mess with a lot of people and a lot of beings, but I will never run the fade with the Hulk ever again." Like there is a version of the Hulk in the comic book that Thanos is like, "Look, I might be an all powerful Mad Titan, but the Hulk can still beat me, and I'm not messing with him." Like
That's a
that says a lot. That literally says a lot. That there's a version of Thanos that's like, "Nah, dog, y'all got it. If y'all got the Hulk with y'all, y'all got it. Y'all got it. I'm not dealing with him." Because there are some versions of the Hulk that are still comic book accurate, and I say that meaning like some of his like OG comic runs, where the madder he gets, the stronger he becomes, and that is freaking wonderful. I wish we still had that version of the Hulk. Like the madder he got, the stronger he became, and the more gamma radiation he gave off. But that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about the radiation, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed me and studio audience geeking out while the lovely Miss Kristal Deshan decided to just sit there nonplussed because she absolutely did not understand anything about any of what we're talking about.
nope. Just sitting here sipping my wine, bro.
It's fine. With that, we are going to move on to our third section, or technically our second officially named segment, which is our For the Culture. Now, this one gonna be a little different because this one isn't a review. This one isn't like a debate or anything. This is one that I just kind of was thinking about, and I'm pretty sure I brought this up on the podcast before. But I wanted to take this point because the lead actor of this movie is still to this day one of my favorite actors, Will Smith in Hancock. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because recently I saw a thing online that apparently it's reported that there is in early stages of production Hancock 2. And when I tell you I'm excited, because I'm going to say it, I was one of those few people that I liked Hancock. And I truly believe that Hancock is a good movie. And it was a better movie than people made it out to be some years ago. And that people need to stop pretending like it's not a good movie. Because, especially when you place it into the context of when Hancock came out, the type of movie that Hancock was the type of movie that we had all the time. Those were the types of movies that were coming out back in the day. The somewhat cheaply produced, not the best effects. Like some of those shots you could clearly tell were shot on a green screen, but that's the fun of it. That was literally
That's
the
the
fun.
movies.
Exactly. The story in and of itself was good enough to carry it over its effects. And I wholeheartedly say that. Like the story itself was wonderful. You got a man who quite literally can't die, indestructible, because of the fact that he can never remember where he came from or who he was. He became an alcoholic, but people still know him as a superhero crime fighter. Now, after getting arrested, after accepting being arrested, because, they couldn't actually arrest him, he decides to take a plea deal and try to reform himself so that way he can actually become the superhero that people wanted. Dog. That's a good movie. Then he finds out that the reason he's still alive is because him and his at one time wife were like mates and they're the last of their kind. And as long as they stay away from each other up to a reasonable distance, they'll never feel no kind of pain. They'll never feel no kind of strife. They do that on their own, dog. And he is all powerful. That was a good movie. I hope I get the chance to watch it soon because I thought Hancock was a great movie. I remember, and I say this, I say this now because I don't still have it. I definitely had a bootleg of Hancock. Bro, this was back in the
I feel
day.
like my dad is.
This was back in the day though, when the bootleg man would come to the barbershop every weekend, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I got what you need, what you want. I got all of it." It's just like
Got that
anything,
new contract for you.
right? Just like I can get you whatever you want, I can get it for you. If I ain't got a copy of it right here, I can get you a copy of it in 5 minutes. I just gotta go run out to the car and burn it.
Right. Whatever you need, I go get it for you. I
Bro,
come back tomorrow just for you.
I'll never forget. My dad bought 3 DVDs. He bought one movie that my mom wanted to see. Then he bought me 2 movies. He bought me 12 rounds for the John Cena movie, and then Hancock.
I'm crying.
Bro, hey, our bootleg man was the same man that was also selling those. I don't know if you remember like the racer jacket that had like they were like M&M, Skittles, Oreo, like
Yeah.
they were the different brands. He
Yep.
also he also sold them. I was so upset. I wanted one.
You
My dad would not
yeah.
budge. That man said $50 for that jacket. My dad would not budge. He said nope.
I mean, understandable.
I was like, Dad,
If
but
I
the
saw somebody
jacket.
walking around one of those nowadays, I'm like, where the hell?
I might try to
Why do you
find
still?
one. I might try to find one just so I can walk around and wear it. Cause bro, I wanted one of
Bro, no.
them so bad.
Let's not.
I wanted one of them so. I feel like I really feel like for certain it was a city trend jacket. Like it was the kind of jacket that you would only find at a place like City Trend.
You can get them joint. Oh, you can get it on what the eBay for 120.
Listen, don't play with me. I just
You
got
can
a
get
raise. I will buy one of them with my next paycheck.
yeah, you can get some on eBay. That's not the same thing. Maybe Amazon, depending on those are regular racing jackets. They're
Yes. Oh my god, I found the Oreo one for like $62 on eBay.
you did Oreo.
I would
I
use
just
I would go with
I'm
Oreo.
looking exactly at it. Yeah,
Hold on, they got let's see.
this just had a Dora one. I remember,
I don't remember the Dora one.
but that shit everywhere.
I remember they had M&M. I want to say they had Skittles.
Hmm, they probably did.
This isn't the same one I remember, but oh my god. Actually, yes, it is. But they also had a yellow one because they had one for the peanuts version. I don't know if y'all can see it. This is the kind of jacket. You see it?
Yep.
Man, don't play with me. I'll buy one of these right now.
Don't play with it.
Not they got it in the apricot color.
Ooh,
What even is apricot?
you said what is apricot?
Yes. Come on.
It's
There
very
it is.
peachy.
There it is. There's the one. There's the one. Oh my god, it's on AliExpress.
You can on AliExpress.
Bro, it's on AliExpress. That's funny. Dog. Dog. Come on.
Yep, that's the
Come
one.
on.
That's
Come
it right
on.
there.
Come on.
And
Show
put the picture. Yeah, that's it right there, boy.
that's the one.
That's
Dog.
it.
I might buy it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just might.
That's hot.
Bro, 35.94 on AliExpress. I know it's gonna take like 3 months to get here.
Hey, but you gonna have it.
Oh wait, no. According to this, delivery would be between March 18th and the 28th.
Okay, about a week or two.
Dog, get it in a 2X. I promise you, I would wear this every dog. I'm really thinking about it. I'm a bookmark that page because I might just buy it so that way,
Come back.
bro. I'll wear it on the show. Be like, yeah, buddy, yeah,
Your little
buddy.
jacket.
Oh yeah,
M&M jacket.
oh yeah. But look, see, this is why I love For the Culture because we can start on one thing that's in the culture and end up on a completely different thing that is also in the culture. Like,
It's it's still about the culture.
exactly. Because listen, if you wasn't there in them streets back in the day when you used to have them, obviously, plug the plug of the city cars that were up on like 38-inch rim and their car was decaled out with like Oreo, M&M. I want to say there was like Now or Later. Um,
Ooh, when last time I had a you had an hour later?
it's boy, what else did they have? I want to say they had like a Hawaiian Punch one. Dog,
Probably.
man, I remember the Oreo one showed up at our 4th of July block party. and would literally let like the guy would like let kids get in, and he would drive them around the block, like drive them around the block while blasting music.
Bro, if he can get them Oreos at the end, that's a waste. I don't want to do that. Give me
Bro,
some Oreos. They
he
Oreo
literally
bar.
had bro, he literally had a box of Oreos that he would always like. He would have the box of them that came in like the 6 pack, and he would just give them out.
Okay, okay, that's valid. That's valid.
Like I know he was also moving mad product, but like wasn't
Hey,
nobody
you got Oreos.
wasn't nobody worried about that because he was always cool to the kids. And anytime like the kids would be like, "Oh my God, you're so cool," he'd give them a thing of Oreos. Like he was known as the Oreo man.
Oh, I don't know why, but that reminded me. I seen a Chucky car in Macon.
That's crazy. I think
It
I know
like it was
exactly
decked
which one
out
you're talking
fully
about.
Chucky. There was a Chucky doll on the dash
I
and
know exactly
everything.
which car you're talking about too.
It's like green.
Yes, I know exactly the
Yeah,
one. You
I
know,
saw that shit at one time.
it kind of reminds me of the Dragon Ball Z one. I don't know if you've seen that one. That's like it's
Oh no,
completely wrapped with Dragon Ball Z. I think the rims are also Dragon Ball Z. You can see inside of it. The seats are wrapped with like different Dragon Balls. So it's like all of the Dragon Balls were like wrapped on the
that's
seat.
actually kind of lit.
Like I want to say he had like a hanging Goku from the rearview mirror.
Hmm,
Like bro, it's pretty fire. The last
that's
time I
hot.
saw it was at the shops at River Crossing when I was in Macon, and it
Mm.
passed by, and I went, "Dog, that is cool!" Like I literally like stopped my walking and watched it pass me, and I was like, "Dog, that is
That's hard.
cool."
Oh, yeah,
I was
that's
like,
fair.
I wish I had money to do stuff like that. Like that's how I felt.
See, I would, but I wouldn't. Just 'cause I feel that make me a target.
You know what? Look, draw a little bit too much attention.
Right, everybody know where I'm at,
Right.
and I don't need that.
It's just like you see it passing by, and you're just like, "Where he going?"
Right,
It's just
you
like,
trying to be incognito on a first date, and somebody see your car in the parking lot. I knew that was you. Like,
man, look,
now you busted out.
have to start
You ain't
Uber.
want your date to know driving the Dragon Ball Z car in the parking lot.
Have to start
She done
Ubering.
made fun of that shit as soon as she walked in.
It's just like,
You would wait 10 minutes after she leave to get in your fucking car.
oh, you have to, absolutely, and you can never pick her up either.
And don't meet her at a park because she gonna know it's you at that point.
Right,
You can only meet her once. If you see the car and you at the same place multiple times, it's your car.
right.
And now I gotta break up.
Would you break up? Would you break up with her for that?
I'm not riding around on a Dragon Ball Z car
That's crazy.
all the time. I'm not
What
doing
if it
it.
was a Lilo and Stitch car?
I still feel like that's too much.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna get in it one time just to see, but I'm not riding that 24/7. I'm not doing it.
What,
I'm
what if they're
pushing
always
30 years
playing? What if they're always
old.
playing the soundtrack for Lilo and Stitch?
There's only like maybe two good songs on the soundtrack any fucking way. Go ahead, name more than two. Go ahead, name them. Okay, I'll give you three. Aloha Oi is Aloha Oi tracks. I'll give you three
Hawaii
from the
roller coaster
original.
ride, Stuck on
From
You, Burning Love,
that's okay. Half of
Suspicious
those are Elvis.
Minds, Heartbreak Hotel, You're the Devil in Disguise, Hemelo no Lilo, Hound
That was
Dog,
about
Can't Help Falling in Love, Stitch to the Rescue, You Can Never Belong, I'm Lost, Burning Love, Blue Hawaii, and then Can't Help Falling in Love again. You want to know
how
why?
many
Because the
how many
entire soundtrack is banger.
how many of those are Elvis songs? Elvis songs don't count.
1, 2,
We don't
3,
fuck with Elvis.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Listen, we're not talking about if we fuck with him now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fact that my childhood, I don't give a shit about Elvis Presley, but the fact that those songs are a part of my childhood, they were a part of my development, so I still love them.
I can't get with the Elvis. I
Listen,
mean, yes, when you hear the song, I think of the movie. But there are other songs in the movie that would remind me sooner than an Elvis song.
Mm,
And he'll fall in love could remind you of anything.
mm,
Burning
mm.
love, possible. I don't know.
I'm just a hunk of burning love. I'm
Really.
just a hunk of burning love.
That's
I'm
like
just
the
a
that's
hunk
the song at the very end, bruh. During the credits. That's a credit song.
of burning love. And it's still a banger. What are you talking about? Stop.
Reminds me, we gotta watch the last three.
The last, you know what? I'm just a hunk
Yeah,
of
don't get me started. I will go all day about Lilo and Stitch movies.
I know you would. Ah, that's so wonderful. That is absolutely so wonderful. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on because I said we were gonna be kind of a short episode, and we're gonna keep it short and cute. So with that being said,
Yeah.
we're gonna move on to our next section, which is our two truths and a lie, baby. And this week we have the studio audience in the studio audience to tell us what his two truths and a lie are. Before we get into it, please remind the people what your two truths and a lie were.
Yeah, let him hold on.
Yeah,
You playing playing
I
with
got
just
it. I
Candy
got it
Crush.
up.
Yeah,
Hold up.
I saw you playing Candy Crush.
What am I playing?
Literally, okay, open your apps.
Not right now. Okay.
Eat Candy Crush.
Who
So the
still
two.
plays Candy Crush? Outside of like old
So
retired moms and
Who
grandmas and
just
aunties.
started playing Candy Crush?
yo, I'm an old man. Anyway.
Oh, so you play Toy Blast. You
All
stole my game.
right. So I dabbled in stop motion animation. I was briefly involved in my college radio station team. And last one is I joined in the luau dance when my family and I visited Hawaii, grass skirt and everything.
All right, so before I even give my answer, I need you to go ahead and send me that picture of you in the grass skirt, dog, because I know that was the truth. I know that was the truth.
No, that's true.
I know that
I'm
was
mad.
the truth. You
I'm
can't.
mad you have it. You know, if you don't send it, I'm gonna ask I'm gonna ask the sister to send it.
Ah, so
I'm gonna ask your mom.
go ahead and drop it in the group, big dog. Go ahead, because I know that was, I
Three of
know,
your family members right now. I
I
ask
know
your
that
mom.
was true. Go ahead and drop that one in the group,
Yeah,
big dog.
that's entirely too on brand to not be true.
Right, right.
You guys want to give your answers or what?
Hold
What is
on,
it?
nah, because before you do, you need to go ahead and drop that picture.
A picture.
Stop playing
So we
with
know
me.
that one.
Stop
So we
playing
know
with me.
that one.
Because
Did you
I
ever?
refuse to believe. I refuse
So
to
we
believe.
told you to have a picture. Do you have the picture?
Hold on, because I refuse to
Yeah.
believe. I'm gonna get this statement out. I refuse to believe that the same mofo that keep talking about wings at a strip club wouldn't have put on a grass skirt when he went to Hawaii. So stop playing with me and put the picture in the chat.
Drop the picture in the chat, bro. Because I know you got it. I know you got it. Don't keep laughing. You know it's true.
Let's see.
Look at you searching for it.
Hold up.
You should have been had it. But you unprepared.
Give me a second.
Unprepared. You can't see if you had an iPhone. You could just look it up.
Right.
You searching.
I
Right
put it in
skirt.
the chat.
Oh God,
I knew it. Boo!
I
Boo!
hate you. I hate you on eight. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry. Don't even worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Nah, since he
Cause I'm
want to
a.
play, which one is the lie then?
What's the lie then?
You just found out.
I
I didn't
refuse
have
to
a picture.
believe that the grass skirt one was a lie.
Right. I refuse to believe that.
I
I'll call your
absolutely
mom.
call her right
I,
now, please.
I will. I'll call. I'll call your mom. I'll call your sister right now and find out if that's a lie or not.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll interrupt her right now and call her and be
Interrupt
like,
her
"Hey, bro,
whole night.
she might be at running club, and you gonna have me interrupt her night."
I mean, you could. You know. I already told you the answer.
So you didn't do a hula.
No.
You're so lame, bro. Now you a lame ass.
Boo! Boo!
Boo.
Tomato, tomato, tomato. Boo!
Suck.
Ooh, I
Boo.
could play my savage.
So you will sing karaoke, but you won't do a luau in Hawaii.
Boo!
Nice.
Boo.
Boo! Tomato, tomato.
Boo. Why didn't you put on the
Boo!
boo?
Because
Because why?
I didn't want to scare the children with these cheap.
Boo.
I'm gonna make sure that whatever strip club we go to doesn't have wings. just so that
Make sure
way.
it has no food at all. Make sure it's nothing but liquor and booty cheeks.
I'll make it rain with my
You will not.
my business cards.
You don't even have business cards.
I can make them.
No, you won't.
If we go to a strip club and I see you pull out some damn uh, business cards, I'm smacking you. I'm throwing a drink at you, and then I'm
As you
smacking you.
should. Smack the straight dog shit out his ass for that, bro. Smack him.
Uh,
Cause
Smack
what the fuck?
fire.
Cause what the fuck?
I just find it funny that you guys actually believe that is that.
Because it's on brand.
It's so on brand.
Because now we have to go to Hawaii and make that happen.
Absolutely
Oh,
do.
is it why?
I've been said we could go to Hawaii, but now we have to so we can make that happen. It's too on brand to not have it happen.
Exactly. It is way too on brand, dog. Dog.
I can't believe you lied to us like that, bro. I thought
Right.
we was friends.
My trust is so broken because of you right now. Like, how dare
Almost 2 years and you still lie to my face like that. That's so rude and disrespectful.
you? Dog.
Can't be trusted.
You said I can't trust bald people.
You can't trust with bald people.
I already knew I
I
couldn't trust bald people. You know how many bald people I know in my life?
well, you just added another one.
I did.
You can't trust the bald head bastards.
I'm moving on. I don't even want to talk about it no. I'm moving on. We're going to
You
our
wanna
last section of the episode,
You
which is entitled
Am I the asshole that's by Kristal?
Lovely. Now, please, Miss Kristal, take it away and regale us with the story.
I don't know how my phone turned to a Disney subreddit, but it's fine. Shut your face.
Yeah, liar.
You get nothing, bro. Alright, here we go. Am I the asshole for walking out of my girlfriend's birthday dinner after what she did?
Well, that's not leaving me with a lot, so probably the asshole. Yeah.
I'll be the devil's advocate and say no.
Two different answers. Interesting.
Of course.
Let's get into it. So my 28M girlfriend, Sarah, 26F, just had her birthday dinner at a nice restaurant with about 12 of our friends. I spent weeks planning it, made the reservation, coordinated with her friends, even got the staff to bring out a surprise cake at the end. Dinner was going well until Sarah stood up, tapped her glass, and said she had an important announcement. Then, with the biggest smile, she goes, I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight. And a special thank you to my wonderful boyfriend who has been so amazing. So amazing, in fact, that I'm happy to say I finally see him as a true best friend and nothing more. The table went silent. I thought it was some weird joke, but she just kept talking about how she had been thinking for a while and realized she loves me, but not in that way in front of everyone. I felt like an idiot. I just sat there stunned while some of her friends awkwardly tried to change the subject. Eventually, I just grabbed my coat and left. I didn't cause a scene, I didn't say anything, I just walked out. Sarah started throwing texts up my phone, calling me dramatic and saying I embarrassed her on her birthday. She said she thought we were mature enough to handle this like adults and that I should have stayed. But I just couldn't sit there and pretend like everything was fine after that public humiliation. Am I the asshole?
Well, shit. I will take that moment. I'll take the moment and say I was wrong. Oh my God, he is not the asshole. Wow, wow, wow.
That's crazy, bro.
To have put together the whole thing, to have planned everything, coordinated, and then to be blindsided like that, and then have the nerve to be like, "Oh, I thought we were more mature than that." Yeah, no, dog, you're not the asshole. The fact that you were able to keep your composure and just walk, dog, you better than me.
Mm, much better than me. I done threw the whole table.
It sounded,
Whole table
she
for the top.
didn't think that through.
Whole table for the whole table gotta go and the cake. Cake gotta go. Cake's coming with me, actually.
You
I'm
know
taking
what?
off this.
Same. I'd agree.
Cake's coming with me.
The cake gotta come with me. I'm keeping the cake. I ordered chocolate because I knew you liked it.
Right. Now I'm gonna eat it. I don't even like chocolate, but I'm gonna eat the motherfucker. Just so you can't have it.
It's a 13-layer chocolate cake, and now you can't have none of
You don't get no layer.
it. Is there an update? Please tell me
There
there's an
is
update.
unfortunately there is no update.
Why must you do this to me? Why?
Can't give you an update all the time, man.
Yes, you can. Stop it.
I cannot. Maybe
Ah!
maybe next maybe next time.
How dare
Who
you?
knows?
How dare you?
I
You,
get what looks
What are the comments then?
please, something. Give me
sure. I
something.
mean,
Jesus Christ.
okay. Someone said she broke up with you. She basically broke up with you and friend zoned you in the most public and humiliating way. It's crazy that you are still calling her your GF and not your ex, when she told all her closest friends and relatives that you are nothing more than a friend. Block her ass and send whatever belongings she has in your house back to her via courier and change your locks.
I agree.
Someone said, not the asshole. She embarrassed herself. It was already silent and awkward the moment she announced it that you're her best friend. If she's really mature enough to handle like adults, she would have had a private conversation with you instead of making an awkward public announcement.
Facts. Agreed. Mm. That's a tragedy, a travesty, and everything is just horrible with that.
Yeah, that's highly unfortunate, really.
It
Was
is.
she just expecting him to be okay with it?
Yes. That's why she
I
did it
probably,
publicly. That's why she did it publicly like that. Because she wanted to make sure that he would just go along with it.
still, y'all too old to be doing that.
Facts. Dog.
He's a good one.
Very.
Like I
Because
said,
why?
like I said to you, like you said, everything would have been flipped. The table, the waitresses, the waiters, the
How'd you go the
host.
waiter?
Huh?
You can't flip the waiters.
Yes, I
Can't flip the
can.
host.
I'm flipping all of them. Flip the host. I'm flipping the podium at the front. I'm flipping the doors. I'm flipping the plates at the wait bar, so that way they can't even go to their tables. I'm flipping the whatever decoration they have in there. I might flip the whole building, doggone it.
Understandable.
I'm flipping everything. Don't you? Like, if you really cared about me, you would just have a conversation with me. You're not gonna do no stupid shit like that.
Right. To embarrass me like that in front of our friends.
In our family and my colleagues, I invited Greg from the office. How dare you?
Not Greg.
I
Now
invited.
Greg's gonna office. Now I'm gonna be the laughing stock of HR.
Right,
Thanks.
like I invited one of my people from work, like, and then you had the nerve.
Right. I was trying to be his friend. And now look at you. You done fucked it up.
Done fucked it all
Now
the
he's
way
never
up.
gonna sit with me at the lunch table. In the break room. He's never gonna share his Doritos again.
I was one of the only people he actually enjoyed spending lunch with. Now he's just gonna be looking at me with pity.
Thanks. Thanks for that.
Right. He was the only person that I knew that could get me to hook up to exclusive Japanese flavors of Doritos. Now he ain't gonna give me none of them.
Right. He gonna bring me 2 bags next week just to feel sorry for me.
And then he's just gonna
I won't,
stop it.
I won't even eat them with joy in my heart.
Right, man. Oh,
Either pity.
right. Bro, pity food is so horrible. I hate pity food. Pity food is. Oh, I hate pity food so bad. I really do.
Listen, food is food to me, man.
Listen
Food
here,
is
you
food.
big back.
Yes.
Food is tied to emotions for me, doggone it.
Same. That's why I am a big back.
Lord have mercy. Emotionally eating Big Back. Ain't that a mess?
It surely is a mess.
Mm-mm-mm.
A mess.
We choose.
It is the life we choose.
It
It's
is.
the life we have.
It is. But we may have a lot of life, but we don't have a lot of time left on today's episode. So I'm gonna try to finish. I'm gonna finish this drink, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Did you hear my crunching?
Yeah.
Ah, ah! I love ice. It's wonderful. Even though people tell me that I need to stop chewing on ice as much, I don't care. Ice is wonderful.
How good for you.
I've heard it's not, but you know what? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But
That's facts.
with that being said, whew, with that being said, that has been episode 44. Episode 44? Episode 44 of the Drunk Texting Podcast. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, please do me, my friend Kristal, Kristal's lovely fiance studio audience, my lovely wife studio audience,
Yeah.
I don't know. I,
Studio audience.
yeah,
Audit.
studio audit. Um,
I love audit.
Audette, I love it. Audette, kind of an old name, but I think it's still pretty.
Audit.
Audette. Yeah.
Thank you, audit and chips.
I'm
You said I
trying to,
stole it from you.
I'm trying to do my outro. Um, if you have enjoyed the episode, do us a favor, like it, comment on it, share it. Tell us, what's your favorite part of the episode. Tell us some things that you want us to talk about on the episode, on the podcast. We're always open to community suggestions for things that we can talk about on the podcast, except for the soup debate. What does and doesn't constitute soup? We will not be talking about that anymore because I refuse to let my blood pressure be driven up by her.
You said soup. You didn't say nothing about sandwiches.
We're not doing this.
You ain't say nothing about a sandwich.
We're not doing this.
Listen, we all know the age-old question.
No. No.
It's a hot dog sandwich.
No, a hot dog is a taco. No, stop it.
It
Anyway.
is a taco.
Anyway.
Unless the bread breaks, then it's a sandwich.
I'm going to break you. Anyway. Please follow the podcast everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Bluesky. We need a social media team, honestly, because if we had a social media team, they could help us post. And with me being where I am right now in life, I can't post the content by myself on our social media pages. I genuinely can't. It's just I don't have the facilities to be able to post them between the hours of 7:30 and 5 o'clock. Like that is a and I can't even go into that too much. There's some legalities involved in that I can't talk about why between those hours I can't, but just know it's tied to my real outside of this podcast job. But with that being said, if you would also please follow me everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Bluesky. I don't know if I have any other social media pages. Oh, speaking of, the Drunk Texture Podcast also has a Reddit and a Discord. Those links are down below. Speaking of links down below, all of mine are down below. But if you don't feel like clicking links, you can just search it at _YoungJB. That is _YUNGJAYBEE. Absolutely love it. But with that being said, please, Miss Kristal, tell the people where they can find you.
Find me everywhere at Kristal Shan. KRISTALZESHANE.
Yes, we love it. But with that being said, laddie-daddy-dads and gentlemen, We are going to see you in the next episode, episode 45. We're going to do our best to keep things flowing and popping and grooving and moving and all of the lovely things. But with that, please, we will see you in the next episode. And we are so happy you decided to join us. We came to have a good time for you. We did our bestest. Hey, we really tried the hardest. Hey, and we'll do it for you every week. Every.
Right.
Extra points to
Nice.
anybody that knows that song. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all in the next episode. Please know that you are loved, you are appreciated, and we will see you all in the next episode, which will be episode 45. Love you, mean it, bye-bye.
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.